Let's have a little look at the DAX and see if we can show you how to do a retracement.
Matron, take them away.
And a warm welcome to one and all. If this is your first time here, I'm Big Scruff, master of the charts, or master of coffee, because at least we all know Scruffy likes a coffee, so I'm not so sure about the charts part. But no, I love the charts every day. And I love them, one, because it's my job, but also they fascinate me. And hopefully I can kind of show you that in a strange way. And the only way I know how to do it is actually do it in front of you. That's why I use live charts. I don't believe in rollback charts or anything like that. And when I put a trade on, what you see is what I see. Because I think that's the fairest way. So let's have a little look. I'll show you what I'm looking at, why I'm looking at it. And then we'll see if we can get, I don't know, 50, 60 quid out of it. And I'll touch on sort of price targets as well. So this is just a standard DAX chart. I like to work from an hourly. And when I'm looking at targets, when I'm day trading, I like to trade once or twice a day. And I have benchmarks. And my benchmark is about 50 quid a trade. So if I get 100 quid, brilliant, but I actually aim for about 2+. So why do I be conservative with my targets? It helps the mindset, keeps me calm. If I do better than expected, brilliant. If I don't hit it, I'm not fussed. I watch forums all the time, and it's always talking about the Lamborghini sort of mentality of swinging for the fences. Oh, I'm making a fortune. When actually they make fuck all. Absolutely fuck all. And why? Because they don't know what they're doing. They just like to yap. I call them bar stool managers. You know, you always know them. They're the dickhead in the pub that always shouting at the TV, telling the football manager how to do his job, telling sort of any sort of analyst that's on the screen how to do their job. Well, they're lucky if they can afford the pint. So until they actually do it for a living, all they talk is bollocks. Right? So one of the best advice I can give you is, if you are in a forum, take it with a pinch of salt. Enjoy the company. That's it. Don't look for a strategy in there. Don't look for advice in there. Just enjoy the company. Because if you want advice, there's only one person can give it to you. And it's you. Look in the mirror. There's your best teacher. Because there's a famous quote, and it's a quote I use all the time. Know thyself. It is the beginning of wisdom. And if you can suss that, you're halfway there. So that's the sermon according to Scruff. Let's have a look at the charts according to Scruff. What are we looking at? Powerful up move. Excellent. It's a daily telling you. Well, the daily's telling you a similar story. But it's also looking to be range bound, which we can see here. Now, this can easily squeeze through this and come up onto this top section. However, what it's also showing signs of is kind of exhaustion. And that's what these candles here are. Now, you've seen it in the past. Now, there's a section here. If you look at it, screamed up. Boom, 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 boom. Kept trying to retrace, pushed up. Kept trying to retrace, pushed up. But then it exhausted. And it's an out of the ordinary candle that starts that. And then you can see the exhaustion comes in, it wanes, drops off to fill up this candle here. And then the cycle starts again. Well, in this, we can see another exhaustion. So there's an exhaustion here. You see it. Choppity, choppity, chop. Don't know what we're doing. Boom, down it comes. Runs out. Tries to fill up this candle. And it's done it here. And it's stalling at these levels, creating another exhaustion there. Because again, you can see the push and you can see this candle here. And what an exhaustion is, it's kind of a gap. It's the gap from the base of there to the tip of there. Now, all right, I don't talk about these a great deal, but there's something that you need to be aware of. I'm more focused on a direction of a move. And what I want to see is some form of reaction. So on the daily, that's what I can see. Right. That could take days to come back to. Right. So at the moment, I'm looking at a solid push, and I'm more interested in these levels at this moment in time. But that principle can now be reversed down into the lower time frames. So if you go to here, what you can see on the 4 hour, there's the drive, there's your exhaustion in there, and this is pushing up. And now I'm looking for levels that I can find. So why would it be that one? Well, it's because this one here is already being filled up. It's already being pushed up. So this aggressive move, if you put fibs on it, has showed signs that it would move to the upper side. Let me show you. So kind of start the move, I got down to there, and it runs through. That 76 lines up perfectly with this level. 38 down here, the 50 stall point, stalled at the 61. So I know this fib's in place, which has validated these levels. So I know this section is something I need to pay attention to. Why? Because it's overlapping. Right, okay. So I've got that in mind. So if that's going to be a sort of a holding point, that means there's a good chance of a retracement from here. So take this down onto the hourly. What can I see? Where is it? Well, there's the pushback, so it could come back down to visit the tops of these. There is an exhaustion, but it had a go at filling, but it's coming down into it now. So this is holding its weight. Drop it to a 15. What can I see? Well, there's the gap there, just there. Lines onto the top of this, pushing down. So if I drop in an order now, boom, just like so. And then I pull that onto this next point, which is there. Okay. Why would it be that level? Well, that's the next barrier this has to get through. So I would just run that down into that level. As soon as it's in there, take my money. And it's literally as simple as that, guys. So you're breaking everything down. Now, how far could that push down? Well, that's actually an aggressive move. Overly aggressive. And it could come all the way down to here. You know, you could even have that down onto there. So let's see what it looks like with a fib. Well, if I get a fib, pull that to the top. There's a 50%, but the 38 is on that level. Right, okay. So that's probably the safe play. That one. Now, what that's done is, this is a simple process of using fib, using chart structure to understand how the market might react. And then you just play the odds. And what's the odds? It's always going to come to the midpoint. Now, the midpoint is a 50%. It's also referred to as equilibrium. You know, and all equilibrium means is middle ground. You know, it's why when you see a Bollinger Band in place, it's called the equilibrium, which is actually the 20 running through the middle. Simple stuff. So let's see if this runs down into that target. And happy days, you know. Did okay yesterday. 162 quid. Not the best day, but not the worst day either. Because as I was saying at the start of this, it's not about chasing the money, guys. It's about following a format and a process. And if you can follow that process, you'll survive this game. And that's all we're trying to do as traders. We're trying to survive the game. So let's run this out, see how it gets on. And there we go, guys. Job's done. Quick analysis, 3 minutes, and it's made just shy of 100 quid. You know, 93 pounds in, well, in fact, what is it now? It's 9:31. What time did that open? 1 minute. So less than a minute. It's made 100 quid. I can live with that, you know. Now what do? Do I enter this market again? Do I walk away? Job's up to me. Well, personally, if I've been paid, I quit. It's that simple. Now, yes, I might go back to market a little bit later today. I've got meetings to do this morning. But that's it, guys. That's a very quick analysis of the DAX, what I was looking for, why I was going to trade it, and then trade it directly in front of you. That's what trading is. It's just being systematic. So if you've enjoyed that, do subscribe. If you want to subscribe to the channel and support it, get your little Forex mugs. There is a merch shelf below, Joanne's little shop. And if you want to directly speak with me, I do answer every single person that contacts me. All my details are below. And in fact, I'm going to show you something just to round this off. I was right to target that exact point because it stopped on the dime to the pip at that area. And that's the other side of trading. You've got to be able to target appropriately and know how to get in and get out. That's how you survive. Something for you to think about, and certainly something we discuss in the Discord all the time. So as always, guys, trade well, keep your risk managed, but above all, do what you love, and the money will follow. See you all on the next one.